thought to yourself, oh my goodness, I'm so awkward. Like, I am awkward to myself. Well, if you have, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to transition your awkwardness into attraction. Let's go. So, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is because I've always seen myself as awkward. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always like into like super like weird stuff, things that like other kids and stuff weren't really into. And I always found myself trying to figure out how to fit in. Well, as I've gotten older, I'm like, okay, this is just who I am. And this is just how it's gonna go until I choose for it to change, right? Until I choose to cultivate something different in myself. So for example, deciding to start this YouTube channel, I came up with everything under the sun to not start this YouTube channel. The first thing was, oh my goodness, like I am not the best public speaker. Even though I'm sitting here talking to my camera, I still feel like this is public speaking. And sometimes I feel like I can't get my words out. Sometimes I feel like I stutter. Sometimes I'm just like, everything that I could think of came up as to why I should not start a YouTube channel. But I decided that, you know what? I'm not gonna let these certain things, these awkward things about me, and the only reason that I say that they're awkward is the only reason they are awkward is because I say that they're awkward. You know, maybe someone said I was awkward at one point in time or another, but now at this point, it's because I have adopted the story of being awkward. That's the only reason that it's awkward. So what I did was like, you know what? All awkwardness aside, we're going to cultivate a way to transform this for our benefit. And to even like be okay with the quirkiness and the corniness. Like I'm super corny. Like some people that are close to me, they never know what may come out of my mouth. Like it just falls out. I cannot help it sometimes. And so sometimes that makes really awkward situations. And I've really had to grow to be okay with that. It's me, like nobody else can be me and nobody can do me like I do me. And that goes the same for you. So let's dig into these 3 tips on how to transition your awkwardness into attraction. All right, number 1, self-confidence. Self-confidence, you want to project self-confidence. You can't fake self-confidence. You don't want to be arrogant. You don't want to be a, I'm better than everybody type of energy. Like you can't fake it. Self-confidence is something that you embody. You have to know what you're confident about. You have to know that you're confident and I know how to stand up in front of people. I know how to speak. I know how to, I'm confident in the way that I walk. I'm confident in the way that I talk. I am confident in the way that I show up for myself. You have to embody confidence. So my tip on this tip would be write down the things that you know you're good at. Write down the things that you are successful at. And then you implant confidence within yourself based on those things. And then as you continue to move forward in your journey, you will be more successful in other things and you add things to that list. And that's how you naturally and authentically embody confidence. It's not a cocky kind of thing. It is a real thing. It is an internal thing. You want to maintain eye contact. Self-confident people maintain eye contact. They don't really break eye contact. And sometimes it can be a little intense when someone is like having such a strong eye contact with you. But that is a sense of confidence, okay? Stand tall, sit tall. Walk with your shoulders back. Don't walk super fast. What are we rushing for? We've got nothing but time. I got time today. You got time today. Next, I want to say is speak with assurance. In order to speak with confidence and speak with assurance, sometimes that requires some things and some dealings on the back end. That sometimes you got to do a little studying. Before I can hop on these videos, I have to do my back office stuff. I have to decide what content am I going to put out today or over the next week. What am I going to speak about in that video? So sometimes in order to speak with assurance, speak with confidence, you have to do a little bit of back work. And if you can master the self-confidence, that is one step closer to moving from awkwardness into attraction. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is active listening. This is so important. It wasn't until like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I realized that I really needed to become a better listener. I'm a very intellectual person. I'm constantly thinking about stuff, coming up with ideas. I'm always receiving downloads. I'm constantly, opening myself up to be a channel. So I'm constantly like in my head. And so paying close attention to someone when they talk to you is extremely important. Making eye contact, being mindful of your posture, being mindful of your body movements, being mindful of those things, that can really help you transition from being awkward into moving into attraction. And this will also take practice. Another thing is to respond thoughtfully to what people are saying. So you have to listen. Ask open-ended questions. If you are standing around speaking to someone and they're sharing with you, I made this amazing recipe last night. I took it to this social gathering and it was a hit. Like, the people loved it, okay? And they're telling you about all the ingredients and how they kind of doctored it up over here and did a little something over here. Like, it was amazing. And then you come back with an open-ended question, like something that has to do with nothing that they're talking about. That's not active listening. That is not active listening. So active listening is not only shows that you are engaged, but it's a sense of you are attempting to make a genuine connection with somebody. Like, we're all connected, and making connections with people is important. You may not make a connection with everyone or feel the connection, but you are connected. And active listening really allows you to step into the space to truly have a genuine and authentic chance to make a connection. The last one, number 3, is compliments. Now, compliments, I really like doing this. This is one of the first things I started playing with before I even dove into doing research on, attraction and confidence and, socializing with people. Compliments. I find it very easy to give compliments because I am a detailed-oriented person, so I see a lot. I see a lot all the time. I see things that most people don't see. And so when I see something or I notice something, I love to compliment people. First off, it wasn't even to help me with the awkwardness. It was just something that easily just came out of me. But as I was saying these compliments to people, that's when it dawned on me, oh wow, that felt a little awkward. You probably came off super awkward or some kind of weirdo, Amber, whatever I would start thinking and making up in my head. So yeah, offering genuine compliments. Like when I'm a CrossFitter, and so when I'm at CrossFit, people are constantly getting new gear all the time. New clothes. The women, we love to, look at each other's sports bras and compliment them. We're always getting new shoes. You have shoes for just about everything in CrossFit. New tights, and so that's where I first started noticing that I was giving a lot of compliments. I'm also a cosmetologist, and so I would see my clients and I would compliment them, and it just naturally would happen. So yeah, giving genuine compliments to people, like girl, I love those shoes. Or like, you have the most beautiful eyes. Your smile, it's amazing. Like, you have the best smile. So like, giving genuine compliments really can help you transition from being awkward and having more attraction about yourself. And genuine compliments really shifts the energy. It shifts the energy within yourself, which then is going to shift the environment around you, right? Because everything outside of us, it starts within us. So if you're feeling more positive and confident because you just gave someone a compliment and you compliment them and now it starts a conversation, you're in a space and a feeling of feel good. So now that conversation, it's gonna flow. You can ask those open-ended questions. You have no problem making eye contact with that person. Another thing that I like to kind of do, like within my compliments, is I think I'm hilarious, right? And everybody doesn't think that I'm hilarious, but it doesn't really matter because I think I'm hilarious and I love laughing. And so if I need to, I make myself laugh. Like, my awkwardness is like, it's like on another level sometimes, especially like, you know how you do stuff when you're by yourself? Anyways, but humor is a really big part for me in complimenting. So, and not even so much in complimenting, just humor, just kind of sprinkling that in when I feel called to or I feel moved to. Sometimes I'll just say I'm super awkward. Like, you know, sometimes almost like making myself the joke. I don't really care, but I'm awkward. Like, you know, sometimes I have social anxiety. Sometimes, you know, I'm just not really wanting to people. And so that makes me awkward when I'm needing and having to people. So humor is a nice little something else, you know, that I like to sprinkle in there for you. So, yeah, you know, it really comes down to being okay with who you are and how you show up. And I promise you, when you can get to a place of just being okay with who you are and just showing up how you show up in each and every moment and just knowing that that's your authentic self moment after moment after moment, no matter how that is and how that shows up, the more you can accept you for you, the more you're going to encounter people that accept you for you, the more you're gonna feel less awkward. And being awkward will be something that's just like, you know, I'm freaking corny. Like, I'm just super awkward and I'm okay with it. Like, people love me for the way that I am. Like, they absolutely love me. They know they may get a really good laugh or they may look at me absolutely like I've lost my mind. I'm here for all of it and I'm okay with it. It's not anything wrong with it. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think that's super, it's super helpful to, you know, just have tips that you can kind of, you know, use as guidance as you kind of navigate different situations. So yeah, I'm gonna drop some information down into the description box and different ways on how you can connect with me. And yeah, I would love for you to like leave some comments down below, drop some emojis for me, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it if you feel called to. But I am gonna go. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, your afternoon, your evening, your night, whatever time it is for you. And until next time, I send you peace, I send you light, and I send you love and attraction. Bye.